Well, it's happened. Worse than meltdown. Government report says devastating melt-through has occurred at Fukushima. Officials suggest Japan could become uninhabitable. Recent reports confirming that reactor 1, 2, and 3 of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear facility completely melted just hours after the devastating earthquake and tsunami hit the area on March 11th. This has been trumped by even worse news that those same reactors have all likely melted through, a situation that, according to Japan's daily Dai News, is the worst possibility in the nuclear accident. A nuclear core meltdown involves nuclear fuel exceeding its melting point to the point where it damages the core, leaks out, and threatens to potentially release high levels of radiation into the environment. However, a nuclear melt-through is an even worse scenario, as nuclear fuel literally melts through the bottom of the damaged reactor pressure vessels into containment vessels, and possibly even melts through those outer vessels directly into the ground, air, and water. And as I've reported, this has already happened. The report suggesting the melt-through has already occurred, which is set to be submitted to the International Atomic Energy Agency, is the first official recognition of this dire situation, according to the news report Dai. It also confirms earlier suspicions that such scenarios had been underway all along, as later reports confirm that the epic disaster at the reactor had produced holes in some of the plant's core containment vessels, and that radioactive water and possibly even fuel were leaking into the lower vessels. It's in the groundwater, it's in the soil. I've told you that. The IAEA has already stated that the Fukushima disaster is at least as bad as the Chernobyl disaster. There was a report today on television that there is cities far northeast as that little red dot from Fukushima that have hot zones of contamination because of the plume. But this new information is now suggested that it is probably even worse. At this time, it is unknown whether the fuel that is accumulated in the outer containment vessel has seeped outside. It has, I tell you, it has, where it has the potential to contaminate groundwater supplies and wreak widespread environmental damage. In an interview conducted prior to the release of the new report, Ichiro Ozawa told the Wall Street Journal that areas around Fukushima were already becoming completely uninhabitable. He has also suggested that as it currently stands, much of the rest of the country, including Tokyo, could suffer the same fate if nothing is done to properly and efficiently contain the situation. Now, tomorrow marks the 3-month anniversary of this meltdown. They had Chernobyl controlled in 10 days. And look at the devastation Chernobyl has done. Alright, bookmark our site. I'll keep you up to date. Stay safe, and God bless. Hard to believe that a whole country could be evacuated.